As a black person, have you ever sat down to ask yourself questions like, why is it that these people literally do not want anything that look like us to be in power? Have you ever sat down to give yourself these deep questions and be like, what have we really done? Despite the fact that black people built this country, despite the fact that black people has contributed greatly to the economy, despite the fact that they know that when a black person is ruling, there's going to be a lot of progress, success, achievement. Why is it that black people are still deprived of all of the good things that is supposed to reach to them? Have you ever sat down to ask yourself questions like that? If yes, let me know in the comment section and what was the answer that you actually got. But if no, this particular video I'm about to roll out the clips for you. They're not even going to be much clips, just few clips, but I want you guys to watch from beginning to the end and let me know what your honest opinion is. Credit belongs to the original creators of every single clips and stitches we have in our today's episode. This is just for educational purpose. Watch, because even the white folks admit something I want you to see. Let's go and watch, guys. I'll be back with commentaries.
If you let blacks get control, everything would change. With some people, there was no idea that there would be any fairness or any democracy or anything, that there would be a decent, well-run city government, county government. If this happens, we're lost. And it was just a terrible fear, a sense of being powerless. If everybody that was willing to go to a certain step would move at once, then it would be accomplished. But we were all scattered out there. Nobody knew who else was willing to do what or make what changes. Leadership in the churches was, a lot of it was really people who knew what the right thing to do was, but were terrified of taking any stand that would upset the congregation. And politicians, even people who knew better, who would have been willing to go further personally, or to have the state move forward, were always bound by fear of not getting reelected. People who knew better just stuck with racism for political reasons, is what I think. But mostly I think it is of losing control. Some higher level of trust, even of dishonest or corrupt white politicians, than of a black in some position of authority over you, for people who had grown up with these myths and fears, so that it was easier to stick with somebody that you might not have even cared for, who was white. Let blacks get control, everything would change. With some people, there was no...
I'd love to hear from white people, or perhaps even just anybody, about what is this fear of blacks taking control and blacks taking the majority. It reminds me of working in social justice and working in a museum talking about slavery and racism, and how many white people talked about the fear that they had growing up of black people. And it honestly never made any sense to me, because I thought if anyone should be afraid, it should be the black people who are afraid of the white people. We're the ones that have been dealing with the racial terror. Why are white people so afraid of us? Why are white people so scared of us? I genuinely don't get it. So I really like to open a dialogue. What is the fear that white people have of black people and black people gaining authority? Why is that scary?
Guns in this country, liquor laws will change, trust me.
Period.
That's what happens to black men. The black people have black people have been buying guns. The numbers that's what happened with black the numbers went over your history. Look it up.
Yes, here's the bottom line to this. We all need to get off our asses and get out and vote. We'll be right back.
This can be a little controversial, but I'm going to say it anyway. I feel more comfortable around black people, being the only white person in this entire place. My little family is the only white people, and I feel more comfortable than I would in a festival with more white people, majority of white people. Sit here in the middle of this group eating our delicious food. Everyone's so kind. You don't have to worry about judgment I can put some baked beans on the baby's tray without people staring at me like I'm just a dirty bitch. Because people, I don't know how to say this without it being fucking twisted. Black people do not judge you like white people do. I felt welcome the entire time I was here. I mean this in the most respectful way towards black people, because I don't want this to be twisted at all. We had the Juneteenth Festival, Martin Luther King Park, Rochester, New York. I feel so comfortable and welcome. We just came from the Market Fest in College Town in Rochester. I felt judged as fuck. Baby wanted to run around. He didn't have shoes on. He only had socks on. People were staring. Here, we're just comfortable. We're just enjoying our time. Ah, you're good. You're good.
Have you realized that there's nothing functional about the black community? There's nothing at all functional about the black community. What's functional in our community? The black church does nothing for the black community. It's dysfunctional. Gangsta rap and hip hop does nothing for the black community. It's dysfunctional. The black businesses do nothing for the black community but rob it and take their wealth back to a white suburb where they live. Completely dysfunctional. Fraternities and sororities don't do anything for the black community. They're dysfunctional. What is functional in the black community? I know. You functionally use your paycheck to empower people in other communities while you splurge on useless material garbage. That's the only thing functional. You functionally deprive your community of your money while you give it to other people, and they take your spending power and they translate it into political weaponization against the black community. We literally finance our own gentrification. We literally finance our own political subjugation. We literally finance our own economic retardation.
If white immigrants can come to this country 50 years ago with nickels and dimes and no education, and come here and pool their little nickels and dimes and no education, and set up little stores, develop these stores into larger stores, develop this into an industry which creates job opportunities for whites. Since Lincoln was supposed to have freed the black man 100 years ago, and today the black man, according to the government economist, has spending power of $20 billion per year. We feel that with the black man spending $20 billion a year, not setting up any businesses, not creating any industry, not creating any job opportunities for his own kind, he's not in a moral position to point the finger today at the white man and tell the white man that he's discriminating against him for not giving him a job in factories that he himself set up. If the black man has $20 billion, and these so-called Negro leaders are such geniuses that they can integrate white restaurants and integrate white factories and force themselves into that which the white man has set up, they should use this same ingenuity to show the black people how to pool our wealth and set up something of our own. And then we won't have to force our way into his anymore. One more thing I would like to point out concerning what he said about 125th Street. We don't waste our time on 125th Street, but you can reach more people in the street who want to change than you can in the bourgeoisie society, the bourgeoisie church, and the bourgeoisie circles. Our program is directed toward the man in the street. So we spend our time in the street, and what we do with that man, instead of trying to change the white man in your mind and make you accept us, we change the mind of the black man and make him accept himself. And as soon as he accepts himself, he'll solve his own problem. He won't be trying to force himself into your factory and into your bedroom and into your kitchen.
black people, we have a problem in our community when the other communities start pointing out exactly what we know we need to fix.
If black people would act the same way as Chinese people do, they would be so much more powerful. There are so many black people in the world. There are so many, especially African Americans. The thing is, they are not bonding. They're fighting each other. If they would be as united as Chinese people, they will be powerful as fuck. But they're divided. But they could be powerful, but they don't have this unity. They don't have this gene which makes them connected. Or maybe it's the elite which keeps them divided.
It's time to get it together. All right. Everybody sees it. Everybody knows what needs to be fixed except us, which is really weird. We so divided for all the reasons that make no sense. All right. They from over there. This person's a Christian. That person's a Muslim. We all black. This person is from this place. He's African. He's Caribbean. At the end of the day, none of that shit matters to all of the rest of the people. All the other races don't care because to them, we all black. So when are we all gonna recognize that, put our differences to the side, become one, become the most powerful minority in America like we supposed to be? That's our...
Voted for him. At 5 o'clock in the morning, I was out there with my wife voting for our brother. I, like you, am very proud that a black man sits in the White House. But I also understand very clearly, and we should understand that it is the White House. Until we exercise power, that's right, to force that house to address our agenda. Now remember, our dear sister Julianne Malvo mentioned A. Philip Randolph. Man, that was long time ago. The cry was jobs and justice. In the March on Washington in 1963, the cry was jobs and justice. In the 20-year anniversary of the March on Washington, the cry was jobs and justice. We are now in 2010. What is the cry? Jobs. Wait a minute. How long? Not long. Are you going to sit around begging white people to do for us what we have the power to do for ourselves?
It's too late. It's never too late, Mkolo. Something can be done. It is too late. And I speak from bitter experience. Do you know, I'm going to ask both of you, what yesterday you were facing the apartheid regime. Yes, Mkolo. You conquered. But now you are going to face something even 1,000 times more dangerous, for God's sake. A pitiless force, a force of destruction and enslavement. This is what you are going to face. And you are not united at all. Our people are lost. And when I say this...
Welcome back, guys, and thank you so much for staying stick and hook with me till now. After watching this clip, what is actually your answer? I know that there is still a lot of things, a lot, when I mean a lot, there is still a whole lot. I'm sorry, guys. Why these people will literally not allow people that look like me to rule? They've seen the grace, they've seen the blessings, they've seen every single thing. And to be honest, There's one particular video I watched where this man said something, and that thing actually caught my attention. He said America will still remain a cursed country to these white folks unless they give what belongs to black people back in full. Unless they give what belongs to black people back in full. If not, America will still remain cursed to white folks. When I saw that particular clips, he said a lot of things, and I understood where the man is coming from. And guess what? It is not even a black man that said it. It is actually their fellow white folks that said it. And he said that is why if you check 99% of what they do, it looks like they are progressing, but they are still stagnant. And he also went further to say that at this stage where America is supposed to be more than where it is. But because of the curse, because of the slavery, the sweat, the blood of the innocent that has been split, that is why they cannot move forward. And one thing I know for sure is there is literally no black person out there that cannot lead America to the permanent site. And why these people are really, really scared is because they're taught that the same way they have been treating black people, that once it gets to their turn, that black people will treat them the same way. You see why it is very important for you to treat every single person as one. You see why it is very important for you to make people not only see you as a god, but as a family. They are scared. They are scared. And that is why they don't want power to fall into the hands of people that look like me. They know that people that look like me can take the country to the next level 100%. But because they are scared of what they have been doing, that is actually going to be like a reverse case. That is why they are still trying to make it look like they are going back, they are withholding, they are doing this, they are doing that, and making it look as if they are putting in so much work, so much effort. Why, if you check all the effort and works they are trying to put into, they are just as good as not doing anything. Look at the stage where America is right now. Is it supposed to be in that position? Look at the stage where America is right now. It's not supposed to be more than where it is. But segregation, Jim Crow, slavery, the worst part, racism, has eaten their flesh, their skins, and everything. But anyways, let me know what you think in the comment section. I stand a chance to be corrected. Credit belongs to the original creators of every single clips and stitches we have in our today's episode. If you haven't subscribed, subscribe, like this video, drop me your comments, and lastly, do not forget to share for every other person to get this good news. And yes, guys, with that being said, with no further ado, I do ad quality in my videos. I'm going to be saying bye now. See you guys in my next one. For now, bye guys. I love you guys. Stay tuned.